Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. I hope you're rocking out whatever goals, plans, dreams, ambitions you had for this week. Quick update before we get started. There's a few different enrollment options that doTERRA has come out with as far as kits go. There's a bunch of discounted prices and lots of free stuff that comes along with ordering this month. So if you're interested in enrolling or enhancing your oil collection, definitely now's the time to do it. Drop me a comment and we'll get you started on that. Lime oil is actually the free product of the month this month. 125 PV order. If you're interested in lime oil, I love using that in my drink as an uplifter. It's great for cleansing and detoxifying. And then I am in the finishing touches of a weight loss course for beginners that I am putting together. If you or somebody that you know of is interested in getting early bird access to this, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message. We'll get you rocking and rolling. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with that. Okay, that's all I got for you. I'm trying to make that a little bit quick for you. Today, what I wanted to talk a little bit about was dry skin. Tips to help with dry skin. Put a little bit of moisture back in your life. I know for me personally, especially with the changing of the seasons, I get super dry, super cracked skin, right? We don't like, as much as it's not fun to deal with, it's very much an eyesore, and it can be very, unpleasant to look at, to be with, to deal with, all sorts of that stuff, right? So I wanted to come on and give some tips that help me, and wanted to give them to you. Hopefully you find some value out of them. Hopefully they help you too. So tip number one, moisturize. I love this one. Moisturizing is huge. This one is actually something that I never really thought of in terms of creams that we have to be putting on our hands, right? Re-moisturize our pores and our skin, right? What I thought all the time was if you wash more, right, you're automatically moisturizing, right? You're putting water, your skin is dry, right? You put water on it and it's wet. It's moisturized. Like that makes perfect sense to me. If you have a dry floor and you put water on it, it's wet. It's moisturized. That made perfect sense to me. And it was a flawless plan for the longest time. That was until Tina showed me that, you actually have to take care of your skin. And your skin is actually your body's sort of last line of defense from environmental threats, if you will, dangers, right? So that's why we want to do what we can to take care of it. And moisturizing is huge. I'm talking moisturize, especially nowadays with us washing our hands 17 times a day. It can get very much overwhelming. But for me, in general, right, my right here on my knuckles tend to get really cracked. My lips get really chapped. And it's not a fun feeling, right? My face will start to get a little bit dry and cracked. It's not really a fun game, and I don't like playing it. And it happens more often than I would care to admit. Probably not that much, but it seems like it's happening all the time. So moisturizing is huge, right? I carry a tube in my bag all the time. You want to actually something like coconut oil, jojoba oil, things like that are great for helping to put a little bit of moisture, help with your body's natural oil progression, I guess, if you will, process. So that's moisturizing. It's going to be a huge thing. It helped me so much, and I don't ever, there's not a point in time where I'm not using some sort of hand cream. I love putting oils in the cream too. Frankincense is a great one to help sort of, it's got regenerative properties in it, so that it helps to regenerate your skin sort of from an inside out perspective. Tip number 2, add moisture to the air. This one I'm talking about a dehumidifier, perhaps an air purifier, right? There's so many different machines that you can get to put some moisture back in the air. I am not talking about putting cream all over your walls or dumping a bucket of water on your bed. That's, as much as that's going to, well, it's going to make it wet and moisturized, it's not actually going to do any help for your skin. It's actually going to just be, you know, it's just going to be annoying when you try and sleep in a soaking wet bed. But what I'm talking about is, yeah, there's some machines that you can get out there. There's tons of machines on the market nowadays that help with putting moisture back in your air. You could definitely either buy one that's big enough for the house, right, does the whole thing on its own, or even one little one, right, just for a couple rooms here and there. I don't actually know the difference in benefit. I would assume that a little one for a little room would be more beneficial than trying to have a big one that that goes through your whole house or your whole apartment, right? So that's just a side note right there. I don't actually know, but I would assume that. But definitely, you know, invest in some sort of thing that will put some moisture back in the air. Your body will thank you. It's almost like sitting in, you know, dry, dead heat, dead air, right, all day, every day, and your body doesn't really know what to do with that, and it starts pulling moisture from places where you may need a little bit of excess, right? So consider putting some moisture in the air, help your body, help you in the long run. Tip number 3, wear lip balm. This one is huge because, as I mentioned before, for me, my lips get super chapped to the point where they get like cracked and they start bleeding, and it's not fun actually at all to deal with. And again, I never really understood the concept of lip balm. You know, for me it was just like a girly thing that girls put on to make their lips glossy and look good, nice and plump. But for me, I really had to learn this because, again, this was another one of those things that, you know, when my lips were dry, I just thought if I licked my lips a lot, then it would put moisture back in them and they would stop being dry. Made perfect sense to me. Sounded like a sound idea right there. But, that's not actually the way it works. What happens is your body actually dries out from water coming into it, right? There's certain salts that you take out of your skin that makes it that moisture feeling, right? So when you take those out, you need to replenish them, and that's where the balm comes into play, right? As sort of some cream, a moisturizer for your lips. I don't actually know if you can use body lotion on your lips, but I know that there's a whole bunch of different lip balms that you can get out there, lip chaps. Vaseline's another huge one. Vaseline is really awesome. Aloe vera plant is another great one to sort of help put that moisture back in your body, help your body sort of from an inside out perspective. That one was huge for me. I really had to learn that as much as I'm licking my lips and I'm making them super wet, I'm not actually moisturizing them. I'm actually taking more of the moisture out of them. And that actually blew my mind right there. That's science for you. So lip balms, definitely try them out. I promise you won't regret them. And if you do, definitely come back and tell me how much they sucked for you. And I would love to be proven wrong in that point. Number 4, wear gloves. This one is actually more, I like using it for sleep. what I do is I actually just lather on the lotion or the oil or whatever I'm putting on my hand at nighttime, and I put a pair of gloves over it. Not anything, no, I'm not talking like winter gloves or nothing like that, right? Talking just like, you know, rubber gloves that you can get at like a dollar store. Tina, she's got her own salon, so she's got the spa gloves, right, for waxing or whatever the heck she uses gloves for. So that's where I'm talking just something sort of to go over your hand as like a protective barrier, if you will. This way you're trapping what you're doing is you're trapping the oil, the cream on your hand, but you're also helping protect it for when you put your hands under the covers, right? When you could scrape away some of the cream, some of the oil, and then you're not getting a full benefit. It just allows for deeper penetration. What you're looking for is you're looking for your hand to be moisturized from like an inside out perspective, right? So when you put the gloves on, it allows for deeper penetration and to get more into your skin cells than just with putting it on and allowing the elements to do what they do with it. You could definitely consider wearing these gloves throughout the day. Granted, it doesn't affect what you have to do on a daily basis, but that's definitely a huge way to help, again, targeted moisturizing, right? Deeper penetration, helping in the long run. Gloves was a huge thing for me. I love wearing, again, for me, I love wearing them at night. I don't have too much experience with using them throughout the day. I mean, other than, I guess if you will, at my job I wear gloves, and then sometimes I will put the cream on and then put the gloves back over them, just to, again, to allow that deeper penetration, that the sort of targeted moisturizing, right? Allow my body's natural oils to be aided by the moisture that I'm giving it, and then just you know, give that double power punch, right? So try gloves. It'll help for keeping the cream on your hands for a little bit longer and allowing it to do more of a job than would normally. Tip number 5 is hydrate. Right here, grab a good old glass of H2O. Every time I take a sip of water, I think of the water boy, Bobby Boucher. That's high quality H2O. But in all seriousness, we as people, we are a roughly 60% water. So we need water more than anything on a daily basis. And one of the ways right off the bat that you can tell that you're dehydrated, right, outside of a headache, and you know, sometimes you feel lightheaded, but your skin will definitely start to crack, deteriorate. You know, that's your body's natural defense mechanism, right? Your body needs water, on a certain amount of water every day on a daily basis, and when you're not providing it, when you're not feeding your body what it needs, it's going to take it from somewhere, and that's where it starts sucking the water, the moisture, the oils from your skin. Like I said, it's your body's last line of defense. So your body's taking the moisture, the oils that it needs from your skin in order to use it in the systems where it needs it in inside, right? And work from an inside out way, that way. So that's where we want to definitely make sure that we're using water. I suggested essential oils earlier to use in your water. A lot of people don't like the taste of water, and that's the one thing I hear more than anything. People don't drink water because they don't like the blandness of water. I mean, sometimes you just got to get over it, but you know, that is what it is. But another way that we could get our water intake is to you know, water foods, cucumbers, celery, strawberries is another one, and all those foods have water in them, right? That's different ways that we can get our water intake. Some other ways is to I had something off the top of my head, but it slipped my mind here. But really what we're looking for is we want to aim for what are we talking? 6 to 8 ounce glasses, I believe, is what the Society of some sort of health thing tells you to recommends on a daily basis. What I did read more than anything is half your body weight in ounces every day. So for me, I'm roughly in the 200-pound range. I would be looking for about 100 ounces of water per day. So for me, if I was to do, 8 ounce glasses, what's that, 64 ounces, I would need a little bit more in the 10 to 12 glass range of the 8 ounces, right? So that's where you judge your own your sense of thirst. More often than not will let you know when you're thirsty, and that will basically be a good starting point, I guess, if you will, for lack of a better term, on if you're drinking enough water. That's, water is going to be key for you in every aspect of life. And I can't stress the amount that, drink more of it. That's one tip that I could give you more than anything. You want to help with your dry skin? Drink more water. It'll help. It will at least start the process of helping. My last tip, more than anything, I've referenced it a few times already, essential oils. I love using essential oils for, everything. And, dry skin, helping with stuff like that. An oil like tea tree is great for helping with dryness. It actually comes from, where does it come from? It comes from Australia. So if you think about the tea tree plant in Australia, it comes from the, the dirty swampiness of Australia. So the tea tree plant, right, it's really fighting off all of that bacteria on a daily basis. So that's basically what it's doing for us as people. We have roughly the same immune system as plants. So that's about what it's doing for us, right? Another oil that I have here is lavender. I actually love using these in the touch oil, oils, I guess, if you will, because it comes diluted in fractionated coconut oil. All that means is that essential oils at the very base of it are volatile aromatic compounds. All that means is that it switches states from a liquid to a gas very quickly. So with the coconut oil in it, it will actually slow the absorption of the oil, and it slows down the process, right? So then it allows for deeper penetration and increased benefit into that targeted area. Lavender is a great one. It's all things calming. It's perfect for any time you have any sort of irritation. Another ointment cream, I guess, we have is Correct X. I love using this one for any sort of discomfort that I have in that area. It comes in a tube just like this, similar to some sort of thing that I can't think of what it is right now. But I love using that one as a lip chap. It's got blends of oil, it's basically a blend of oils inside an ointment that are perfect for helping to rehydrate, regenerate. It's got oils that have got regenerative properties in there, and I love using it for any sort of dryness that comes up in my life. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you got some value out of this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.